infrastructure to boost revenue. Well, let's shift gears and get to our weekly segment. Today on My Market Story, Esther Diana features Lornah Mukasa, a proprietor who started her e-commerce website before the pandemic. For most businesses, there was a pressing need to move into the digital space and have an online presence when COVID-19 came in order to survive in the market. And like most SMEs who did not have an online presence, Lornah already had a website which now employs and creates a platform for the youth and women from marginalized backgrounds to showcase their products.
For most businesses, the pandemic meant restructure, adjust, or be wiped out. Today, on My Market Story, we speak to Lornah Mukasa, the proprietor shop Tunga Tunga. She tells us how she reinvented herself to fit into the digital space.
In 2019 December, we launched the e-commerce and we rolled it up in January 2020. It was the whole purpose of the e-commerce site was for us to reach a global brand, for us to market, because the vision of Tunga Tunga is for us to see each art piece in each home. When it came to May 2020, there was lockdown, so we were able to reach out a global audience. Of course, it was hard, but with the purpose of or a help of our developer, Griffin Kisia, it's made it easier for us. But one thing that stood out for us was that most people had closed their shops. Most people couldn't afford to even open or rebrand or, So we sat and said, okay, we are a social enterprise. So what can we do to make sure that other brands which are not able to afford a physical space or able to reach a global audience, what are we going to do for them? We allow the creatives to bring their products, and then from there we market, we do everything, and then from the sale we get 20% as commission.
They say that art is beautiful and everywhere, but how much do we appreciate it? With the name of creating a global audience for locally made art pieces, Lornah launched an e-commerce site that helps artists showcase their craft.
People are trying to pick up and learn about the Africa, and people are getting so much motivated in terms of having the products in their house. More so if you provide to them a solution-based product. If you show them like this product can be used like 5 times. If it's an art, it can be used in the living room, in the dining, and so on and so forth. And the value, because most people look at art as something that is so cheap or something that they should just be gifted for free. But if you show them the value of art, that it can be resold, it can, then people are willing to spend. Currently, we are providing space for 20 vendors, yes, who have launched their products both on our e-commerce and physical. So for the physical, they're those ones who have great products, but they are not around. Maybe they're out of the town, so we allow them to bring their products, maybe a few samples to be in the physical space. And then those ones who maybe were around in Nairobi, accessible areas, we provide for them the e-commerce. I used to sell my products in other marketplaces like Jumia, Fashionomics Africa, Sky Garden. So I saw those, I was making cash, and by then I'd already gotten, digital marketing skills. I was able to see, so this thing pays, and this thing, takes your product to so many places. It was not easy. I remember in January 2020, everything was like not working. I remember for us to sort maybe an error, it could take 3 hours, and our developer, Griffin Kisia, was so much overwhelmed, so it was really not easy. And also managing a website or an e-commerce needs funds, because you need to market, it's a new thing, you need to set security and so much, so it needed a lot of funds to do that. By at least June, July, we were able to see now the fruits. Everything was working perfectly.
For what started as a one-month show for Lornah Mukasa is now a source of livelihood for many and employs others.
I started working for my mom. Then a friend of mine offered me a job. Then I worked there for 3 months, and I felt like it doesn't align with the impact I want to give, because I could get my salary, but I felt like it wasn't still enough for me. So I went back into working for my mom so that I could learn the business and see what is missing, what is lacking, is it that she's not doing well. At the Maasai market, we used to pay 50 shillings to the city council. So I worked, and I felt like it's still not enough because my designs were easily replicated. Then I wanted something more sophisticated, and I had to move to Lavington Mall, where we were paying 7,000, for subscription fee. The subscription fee was 7,000, and then you pay 2,000 for the whole month, in which after some time I felt like it was not, what I was still looking for. Then I went to Greenhouse Mall, because now the demand for my products were high. It's all about you doing a lot of research, because clients' needs keep on changing every day. So if you don't know what they need today or what they'll need tomorrow, and do your research, you'll always be constant. So I had to do a lot of research. I had to see, first of all, I even had to create a business model. I had to come up with a business plan, and then you need to see what is changing today, what do people need. So it's all about the needs. When 2020 came in, of course, at first, remember, I just rolled out the e-commerce site. So I didn't know that the cost of maintaining an e-commerce site professionally was hard or high. So, and there was there was limited cash flow at that time. So I had to go and sort a bank. Can I get a loan? And the loan interest was too high that I couldn't afford. When taking up a loan, make sure you have a plan for it, and don't just take a loan because every business takes a loan. You need to have the need. Why are you taking the loan? If you're in a business of collaborating, it becomes easier than a person who is in a business of competing. Because once you're in a business of collaborating, you're going to do your research, you're going to create a business model, you're going to consult people already in the business, and it's going to be easier for you. But if you come into business with the mindset of competing, then it's going to be hard, because you won't understand the logic. A key factor is employees, yes. Because training the employees is just like any other business. Getting employees, training them is always hard. So you need to have also patience.